Alright. Greetings, my fair kingdom. 'Tis I, King K87, back at it again with another video for y'all. So, you're probably wondering, what are we doing here? Well, we're going over the LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars, all characters ranked. So, now, you might be wondering, uh, Kieran, why are you making this video? Well, let's just start the list. So, starting off this list, we have at number 115, there are 115 characters, by the way. We got the, you may think it would be the Gonk droid, but frick you, it's the LEP servant droid. Now, the thing about the LEP servant droid is that he, I don't like him. He sucks. You know the one that's like, I got a ball with a blue shadow virus in it in the level named, well, the blue shadow virus. He works for Dr. Nuvo Vindi, which is the main antagonist in that level. Now, Nuvo Vindi is a remarkable man. He created the blue shadow virus to kill everyone on Naboo. I think. I haven't seen that episode of the Clone Wars yet. But he created the blue shadow virus most likely to kill everyone on the planet, and when he was like escaping with the blue shadow virus, he had his servant droid, the LEP, run off with the blue shadow virus, and Padme had to chase after the robot while Anakin and Obi-Wan chased after the guy with the virus after Nuvo Vindi. So Jar Jar and Padme had to stop this little bugger who was hiding in a bunch of bushes and take the blue shadow virus from him. That part of the level I did not like very much because he was like a little bugger sneaking into various bushes. You don't know where he could be at all. It was bad. It did give a few cues, but you know. So that little bugger wasn't good at his job. So why is he at the bottom of the list? Because one, he sucks, and two, he has no abilities. So that explains why he is at the bottom of the list. And coming in at number 114, we have the Gonk Droid himself. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Gonk Droid. Now, Gonk Droid is a very interesting character in this game. They increased his movement speed, so now no longer is he moving at 0 miles per hour. Now he moves at the speed of an astromech droid, I believe. They've changed the design for him, and now instead of having that sick printing, he just looks like a mailbox. I don't like that. Not one bit. It's not a good design. It kinda sucks. I preferred it when he had printing, or, you know, you could use the newer, more up-to-date version of the Gonk Droid's design. People really like the Gonk Droid, and I do too. But once again, the Gonk Droid has no abilities, it can't jump, all it does is walk around a little bit. Alright, next up at 113, there are 115 characters in this game. That's a lot of characters. At number 13, 113, we have the uh, uh, mouse droid, MSE6. So, the mouse droid is a very interesting character. It moves very quickly, moves at the speed of the destroyer droid. So it moves very fast. It's basically if you gave the Gonk droid Super Gonk, but without the ability to jump. So that explains why the mouse droid is not very good to play as. Of course, the mouse droid was not a playable character in the complete saga. Personally, I feel that the Clone Wars game is a better game than the complete saga. mostly because it just has more. But anyway, moving on to number 112, we got Senator Philo. You know that guy? No, of course you don't. He's this one purple, three-eyed alien. He looks like Reese. If anybody knows who that is. Reese. That's a name. But Senator Philo looks like Reese. His his skin is like a magenta. I don't. I mean, I like the color magenta. It's good. It's a good color, but not for skin. Personally, I feel like the his counterpart, which comes up after this one, looks better. He has this weird like staff thing with a circle gold thing at the top. I don't know what it is. It's from Lego Indiana Jones 2, where you could shoot the light beams out of it. That's what that is. But yeah, he's a pretty stupid character. His counterpart is Senator Karras, who is at number 111. He's basically the same as Philo, except he has better skin color, which is more of a light pink than a magenta. He still sucks. So, moving on at number 110, we have Bib Fortuna. You all know this guy. He's the Twi'lek servant. He's the Twi'lek butler, Jabba the Hutt. He is unlocked after completing the what's it called level? After completing the one level, Castle of Doom. He's obtained after completing that level because you're like you don't know who Bib Fortuna is, but he doesn't have any abilities, so why would you play as him? Moving on to 109, we have C3PO. C3PO is a very iconic character. He's this golden freaking skinned robot protocol droid. He can access protocol droid panels, which are very fun to use because they can do like little puzzle things. But overall, he's very slow, so why would you ever play as him? I don't want to have to solve a stupid puzzle each time I have to go through a panel. You barely, if ever, play as C3PO in actual levels. It's very rare that you would play as a protocol droid. I can only name one level, and that's Destroy Malevolence. I can't think of any other level where you play as C3PO. So that's at number 108, I believe, we have wait, let me check. Yeah, 108, we have the luxury droid. The reason why I put the luxury droid over C3PO is because I like the design better. I don't really have a reason. They were in the Coruscant hostage crisis level, but nothing else. It's very. They did make a cameo appearance in the Hidden Enemy level, which is the first level of Asajj Ventress story. It was a pretty interesting cameo. I liked it. Not much else to say. Moving on, we have we move on to the astromech droids. At 107, we have R6H5, which is Kit Fisto's. The reason why I put them the lowest is because they're the least iconic out of all of them. Also, they're the worst designed. I don't like the design of that thing, brown and green. I don't like those colors. They're not together, at least not the dark green. The light green is fine, but the dark green, it's bad. Anyway, moving on, we have at number 106, we have R4P17, which is Obi-Wan's astromech. He's above R R6 because R4 is more iconic. He did get killed by buzz droids in Revenge of the Sith, and he was playable in the Discovery on Camino level in the Complete Saga, which is my favorite level in that, one of my favorite levels in that game. I've also got like and also because he's red, I like that color over brown and dark green. Moving on, we have R2D2. Good old R2D2. R2D2 is an interesting fellow. He has been known to... He's the most iconic out of all the other astromech droids, because he's like in everything ever. He was in the Phantom Menace, he was around for... He's the only Star Wars character to have been through every Star Wars movie and show and whatnot. This is disturbing. He's the only character to have been through that. Through all that. Which is good. I like that. Moving on, we got R3S6. He was a boss fight in the Duel of the Droids level in General Grievous' story. He is by far the coolest looking out of all of them, and he's the only one that's a villain astromech droid, which is good, because he's also got, like, he's just overall very cool, and I like it. He's General Grievous's astromech droid, so he's a jerk, kinda. Don't like that about him. But moving on, we have the Lurman Villager. Then we have Wag 2, and then T-Wat-Ka. Lurman Villager is basically a part of a species of the Lurman, which have whips which can be used to grapple things, as well as they can use travel chutes. But how often do you use travel chutes? Exactly. And besides, there are better characters that can use travel chutes, which will be seen later on in the list. It's a big list, 115 characters. And besides, there are like thousands of other characters that can use grapple thingies. They're the characters with the guns. So basically, why would you ever need to use the other guys when you could use a character with a gun? Exactly. Checkmate, atheists. Checkmate, atheists. God, my teeth are really yellow. That's a problem. But anyway, moving on, we've got the Wag 2, who is the only one that's playable without having to buy them. It's essentially the same as the Lurman Villager. And Tiwaka, the only reason he's above Wag2 is because he's the leader of them, I think. I mean, he looks like a leader. He seems like he would be the one guy. You know what I mean? I'm just stretching out my face in weird ways. Moving on, though. Finally, we go on to characters with guns. First up is the probe droid. The reason why he's the lowest is because he's slow. And he's like, that, woo, woo, woo. They're the most useless out of all of them. They can jump, but for a very short height. They do float, but they're very bulky, so that makes it easier for you to hit them. They're basically, why would you ever play as them when you can play as the characters listed above? At number 99, we have the Geonosian Guard, who, if you've played like Star Wars: The Complete Saga, you know that the Geonosians are very slow on land, but when they're in the air, they move really fast, so they can kind of glide a little bit. But they fall into the pit when they glide, so why would you ever glide with the Geonosians? They have a gun too, so that's pretty cool. Then we've also got afterwards the undead Geonosians, which are Geonosians that are undead. They're basically the same as the Geonosian Guard, except they're cooler because they're undead, I guess is my reasoning. Moving on, though, we've got the Poggle the Lesser, which is the best out of all of the Geonosians because he's a leader. He looks the most unique as well. And he's unlocked after completing the Count Dooku story and freeing him from a prison. Free my boy Poggle. Next up, we got the Neimoidians. The reason why I put them so low on the list is because they're cowards. Cowardly little pieces of crap. They're gun characters. They're very cowardly. They suck. They overall just suck. I just hate them. Then we've got the Anakata Far. The reason why he's so low is because he betrayed them all, which he betrayed Padme once, which is bad. That sucks. Up, and after that we've got Queen Nyutni, and then Soiver Bowl. We got Nyutni up next because she I don't know, I just don't like her hat. She's got a stupid hat. And then lastly, we have Soiver Bowl. He's there because I didn't know where to put him. So that concludes part 1 of the list. Thank you all for enjoying it. At least I hope you enjoyed it. Then again, what do I know? It's a freaking mediocre list.